Good morning, students. Welcome back. So, we have been learning trade wars. Am I right? What do you mean by trade wars? I explained last class. Once again, I will tell. Trade wars means the scramble for colonies eventually led to many wars among the European powers in the 17th and 18th centuries. These wars are popularly known as trade wars. That trade wars involved Portugal, Holland, France, England, Denmark. I explained the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the French. Today, I want to explain about the British. It's very important. British or England. Why? Because they ruled. They originally came to India as a small trading company and were reluctant to acquire territories. Ultimately, they became the masters of the vast territory. It took a long time, almost 200 years. They laid the foundation, Battle of Plassey, 1757, and when they left, 1947. Almost 200 years they ruled, not only ruled, but also they exploited Indian wealth, and India became one of the poorest nation of the world because of their rule. Yes, I want to tell in detail about the British. Look here, open a textbook. The English East India Company was granted monopoly of trade with the East by Queen Elizabeth. During the reign of the Stuart King James I in England, Sir Thomas Roe undertook a trip to India as his envoy and obtained from the Mughal Emperor Jahangir the right to trade and establish factories at Surat, Ahmedabad and Bros. Look here, I already told that the English East India Company was granted monopoly of trade with the East by Queen Elizabeth. Granted, given. What given? Monopoly of trade. What do you mean by monopoly? I explained last classes. Monopoly, the word, meaning the exclusive position or control of the supply of trade in a commodity or service. Control of supply of trade, that is monopoly. Monopoly trade with the East by Queen Elizabeth in England. So during the reign of Stuart King, Stuart means it's a dynasty, Stuart. The name is James I in England. He sent Sir Thomas Roe as an ambassador. Sir Thomas Roe undertook a trip to India as his envoy. Envoy means ambassador or a messenger, especially on a diplomatic mission. But what was his role? To obtain from the Mughal Emperor Jahangir the right to trade and establish factories at Surat, Ahmedabad and Bros. Actually, Jahangir opened the way to come in India, these Britishers. Who opened the way? Jahangir, Mughal Emperor Jahangir opened the way to enter India through trade. Actually, the British originally came to India as a small trading company and were reluctant to acquire territories. Ultimately, they became the masters of the territory. The British power began to emerge in India from the second half of the 18th century. The first English factory was set up on the banks of the river Hooghly in 1651. Soon the trade expanded and the East India Company persuaded merchants and traders to come and settle near the factory. About the year 1651. And East India Company begins trade in Bengal. Why they choose Bengal? Because at that time Bengal was one of the richest province in India. By 1696, important year, it began building a fort around the settlement and how to trade led to the battles? Another important question. The officials of the company who were carrying on private trade were expected to pay duty tax, but they refused. These emperors refused to pay, which angered the Nawab of Bengal, Murshid Ali Khan. This led to the fierce battles. After the death of Aurangzeb, the Bengal Nawab Murshid Ali Khan, Aliwarth Ali and Khan Sirajullah, one after another, refused to grant concessions to the company. Refused. You don't want your grant. That is why it leads to battles. The Battle of Plassey, we will study in later classes. Battle of Buxar. Many battles. Okay. To be continued in next class. Thank you.